In life, we often grow up hearing that we should put others first, be kind, and make sacrifices for the greater good. While those values are important, we sometimes forget that we too deserve attention, care, and respect. Thinking about yourself is not selfish, it's self-preservation. It's about recognizing that you are the foundation of everything you build in your life. When you take care of yourself, you are stronger, clearer, and more capable of helping others. Many people grow up believing that prioritizing themselves is an act of selfishness. Society often teaches us to give, to serve, and to think of others before we think of ourselves. While compassion and generosity are noble traits, constantly neglecting your own needs can lead to emotional exhaustion and inner emptiness. It is important to understand that self-sovereignty does not mean you disregard others. It means you value yourself enough to recognize your limits and protect your mental and emotional energy. When you make yourself a priority, you are not being self-centered. You are simply practicing self-respect. Putting yourself first allows you to create a foundation of strength and stability within. When your mind and heart are well nourished, you have more to offer to others. Think of it like an oxygen mask on an airplane. You must secure your own before helping those around you. In the same way, self-priority ensures you are healthy, focused, and balanced enough to make meaningful contributions to the people you care about. When you are drained and overwhelmed, you cannot give your best to anyone. Taking care of yourself first gives you the clarity and confidence to support others with sincerity, not obligation. Self-priority also means recognizing that your time and energy are limited resources. You cannot be everywhere or please everyone, and that's perfectly okay. Learning to say no when necessary is a vital part of self-preservation. Saying no doesn't mean you are rude. It means you understand the importance of boundaries. By saying no to things that drain you, you are saying yes to your peace, health, and happiness. When you prioritize your needs, you create space for growth, creativity, and emotional well-being. This space becomes the foundation for everything you wish to achieve in life. Moreover, prioritizing yourself allows you to cultivate a deeper relationship with who you truly are. It gives you time to listen to your thoughts, reflect on your emotions, and understand your desires. When you honor your own needs, you begin to trust yourself more and rely less on external validation. You start to realize that true fulfillment doesn't come from how much you give to others, but from how much love and care you give to yourself. The more you practice self-priority, the more empowered and self-assured you become. Ready to face life with balance, confidence, and purpose. Understanding your worth begins with recognizing that you are valuable simply because you exist. Too often people tie their sense of worth to achievements, relationships, or the approval of others. When those external things falter, they begin to doubt themselves. True self-worth, however, comes from within. It's a quiet confidence that says, I am enough. You must believe that you deserve respect, love, and success without needing to earn them through perfection or people-pleasing. When you know your worth, you stop chasing validation from others and start affirming it for yourself. You begin to walk with purpose, speak with confidence, and make choices that align with your self-respect. Protecting your worth requires setting firm boundaries. Boundaries are not barriers. They are shields that preserve your energy and peace of mind. When you allow people to overstep your limits or take advantage of your kindness, you send a message that your needs are less important. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful forms of self-protection. It teaches others that your time and emotions are valuable and not to be taken for granted. Boundaries also help you filter out negativity and toxic influences that drain your self-esteem. When you protect your worth, you create an environment where only respect, honesty, and positivity can flourish around you. Another crucial aspect of understanding your worth is letting go of comparison. In a world where social media constantly highlights the best moments of everyone's life, it's easy to feel inadequate. But your journey is unique, and your timing is perfect for you. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20 will only rob you of gratitude and peace. Instead of focusing on what others have, focus on what you are becoming. Celebrate your progress, even the small victories, because they remind you that you are growing and moving forward. When you shift your attention inward, you begin to appreciate your individuality and the power you hold within. Finally, understanding and protecting your worth means never settling for less than you deserve, whether in relationships, work, or personal goals. When you truly value yourself, you stop accepting behaviors, situations, or opportunities that undermine your potential. You understand that walking away from what no longer serves you is not a loss, but a powerful declaration of self-respect. You realize that you attract what you believe you deserve. And when your sense of worth is high, the world responds in kind. Every time you choose yourself, every time you demand better, you reinforce your value. And that is the foundation of lasting confidence and inner strength. Focusing on your growth means dedicating time and effort to becoming the best version of yourself, no matter where you currently stand. Growth is not about sudden transformation, but about consistent progress. Small, daily improvements that gradually shape your character, mindset, and future. It requires patience and self-awareness to recognize your flaws without being discouraged by them. When you focus on growth, you stop competing with others and start competing with the person you were yesterday. You begin to see life not as a race, but as a journey of personal evolution, where every challenge becomes a stepping stone toward your better self. Personal growth also demands that you step out of your comfort zone. It's easy to remain where things feel safe and predictable, but comfort rarely produces change. True growth happens when you dare to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Each experience, good or bad, teaches you something valuable about who you are and what you're capable of. When you face discomfort and uncertainty, you build resilience and courage. Over time, these experiences shape your confidence and allow you to handle life's challenges with greater wisdom and strength. Growth requires you to be uncomfortable temporarily so that you can become unstoppable permanently. Another important aspect of focusing on growth is nurturing your mind and spirit. You cannot expand if you are mentally stuck or emotionally burdened. Feed your mind with knowledge. Read, learn, explore new ideas, and engage with people who inspire you. At the same time, care for your emotional and spiritual well-being through reflection, meditation, or simply quiet time with yourself. Surround yourself with positivity and let go of things that drain your energy or hinder your progress. Growth is holistic. It's not only about success or achievement, but about becoming a person of depth, kindness, and purpose. Lastly, focusing on growth means embracing change instead of fearing it. Change is an inevitable part of life, and those who resist it often remain stagnant. When you learn to welcome change, you open the door to new opportunities, new perspectives, and new strengths within yourself. Growth often begins where comfort ends. You may not always know what lies ahead, but trust that every experience is preparing you for something greater. The more you grow, the more you realize that life is not about perfection. It's about continuous improvement, self-discovery, and the courage to keep evolving no matter how many times you fall. Building confidence from within means understanding that true self-assurance does not come from external praise or validation. It comes from an unshakable belief in your own abilities and worth. Many people spend years chasing approval, hoping that others will confirm their value. But the moment you start looking inward for that validation, you begin to realize how powerful you truly are. Confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room or pretending to have everything figured out. It's about having quiet strength, the kind that says, even if I fail, I'll try again. When your confidence is rooted within, no external opinion can break you, because you've already accepted and embraced who you are. To build inner confidence, you must first silence the voice of self-doubt. Everyone has moments of insecurity, but the difference between those who succeed and those who give up lies in their ability to overcome that doubt. You have to challenge the negative beliefs you hold about yourself and replace them with empowering truths. Remind yourself of your achievements, your resilience, and your potential. When you focus on your progress instead of your shortcomings, you start seeing yourself in a more compassionate and realistic light. Over time, that inner dialogue transforms from criticism to encouragement, and your confidence begins to grow naturally. Another essential part of building confidence from within is taking consistent action. Confidence is not built through thought, it's built through experience. The more you step forward and take risks, the stronger your belief in yourself becomes. Each time you accomplish something, no matter how small, you reinforce your inner trust. Even when you fail, you gain valuable lessons that strengthen your character. Action eliminates fear because it proves to you that you are capable. Confidence grows when you move forward despite uncertainty and push through the fear of failure. The more you act, the less power fear holds over you, and the more secure you feel in your own abilities. Finally, building confidence means accepting yourself completely, flaws and all. True confidence does not come from perfection, it comes from authenticity. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not to be worthy of respect. When you embrace your imperfections and celebrate your uniqueness, you radiate a kind of confidence that cannot be shaken by judgment or rejection. Self-acceptance creates inner peace, and that peace becomes your power. The world respects those who are comfortable in their own skin because authenticity inspires trust and admiration. When your confidence is built from within, it doesn't fade with circumstances. It becomes a lifelong strength that guides you through every stage of life. Embracing self-reflection is one of the most powerful ways to understand yourself and evolve as a person. In the rush of daily life, people often move from one task to another without pausing to think about how they feel, what they want, or why they act in certain ways. Self-reflection allows you to slow down and look inward, to truly connect with your thoughts and emotions. It is a quiet yet transformative process that helps you become more self-aware when you take time to reflect. You begin to notice patterns in your behavior, understand your triggers, and identify areas that need healing or growth. This inner awareness becomes the foundation for better decisions, stronger relationships, and a more peaceful life. Through self-reflection, you gain clarity about what truly matters to you. Many people follow paths chosen by society, family, or fear, never realizing they are living someone else's dream. Reflecting on your choices allows you to question whether they align with your values and long-term happiness. It gives you the courage to change direction when something no longer feels right. You begin to understand that success is not about meeting external expectations. It's about living authentically and meaningfully. Reflection helps you reconnect with your purpose and guides you back to your true self whenever life pulls you away. It acts like an inner compass, showing you where your heart truly wants to go. Self-reflection also plays a crucial role in emotional growth. When you take time to process your feelings, instead of suppressing them, you begin to heal. Reflecting on past experiences, especially painful ones, allows you to learn valuable lessons without carrying unnecessary guilt or resentment. You start to see challenges as opportunities for wisdom rather than setbacks. It teaches you forgiveness toward others and yourself. By examining your emotions honestly, you free yourself from the weight of negative energy that holds you back. You learn to respond rather than react, making you calmer, more balanced, and emotionally mature. Moreover, embracing self-reflection strengthens your relationship with yourself. In a world filled with noise and distractions, spending time alone with your thoughts can feel uncomfortable at first, but it's in that silence that you truly meet yourself. It's where you find your dreams, fears, and hidden strengths. Reflection allows you to build trust in your own judgment and to listen to your intuition. The more you practice it, the more confident and grounded you become in your decisions. It's not about overthinking or doubting yourself. It's about creating a deeper understanding of who you are and what you need to thrive. Through reflection, you evolve continuously, becoming wiser, more compassionate, and more in tune with the person you're meant to be. Maintaining a healthy balance in life is essential for your overall well-being and happiness. In a world that constantly demands your time and attention, it's easy to get caught up in endless responsibilities and forget to care for yourself. Balance means knowing when to give and when to step back, when to work hard and when to rest. It's not about dividing your time equally between every aspect of life, but about giving your energy to what truly matters in each moment. When you find balance, you create a rhythm that allows you to live with peace, purpose, and fulfillment. It's about understanding that you can be ambitious and still take care of your mental and emotional health at the same time. To maintain balance, it's important to recognize that overextending yourself leads to burnout. Many people believe that constantly being busy is a sign of productivity, but in reality, it often leads to exhaustion and emotional emptiness. True balance requires rest, reflection, and recovery. Giving yourself permission to pause doesn't make you lazy, it makes you wise. Rest allows your mind to reset and your creativity to flourish. When you take time to recharge, you come back stronger, more focused, and more motivated to pursue your goals. Balance teaches you that slowing down is not the same as giving up. It's a strategic step towards sustaining long-term success. Maintaining a healthy balance also applies to relationships and how you interact with others. Being kind and helpful is admirable, but constantly putting others' needs before your own can drain you. Balance means offering love and support without losing your sense of self. It's about knowing when to say yes and when to say no. When you respect your own boundaries, you teach others to do the same. Healthy relationships are built on mutual understanding, where giving and receiving are equal. By maintaining emotional balance, you prevent resentment and ensure that your connections remain genuine and uplifting rather than draining and one-sided. Finally, finding balance means aligning your actions with your values. Often, people live in extremes, either chasing material success or neglecting ambition in the name of peace. True balance lies somewhere in between. It's about working toward your goals while staying grounded in gratitude and self-awareness. When your life is balanced, your mind feels calmer, your decisions become clearer, and your sense of purpose strengthens. Balance doesn't happen overnight. It's something you must nurture daily through conscious choices, self-discipline, and self-care. It allows you to live fully, give freely, and move through life with harmony and strength. Choosing yourself every day means making a conscious decision to honor your happiness, peace, and well-being above all else. Too often, people lose themselves while trying to meet others' expectations or fit into roles that society imposes on them. They prioritize everyone else's needs while ignoring their own desires and dreams. But choosing yourself is an act of courage. It's about standing firm in who you are and what you believe in, even when it's uncomfortable. It means waking up each morning and deciding that your feelings, goals, and boundaries matter. When you choose yourself, you take responsibility for your life. Instead of waiting for others to give you permission to live it your way, choosing yourself also means learning to let go of guilt. Many people feel selfish for putting their needs first, but in truth, self-prioritization is one of the most powerful forms of self-respect. You cannot serve others from a place of emptiness. You must first fill your own cup. When you choose yourself, you recognize that your mental, emotional, and physical health come before pleasing others. This choice may sometimes disappoint people, but it will always protect your peace. Over time, this habit teaches others to value your time and energy, and more importantly, it reminds you that you deserve love and care just as much as anyone else. Another aspect of choosing yourself is making decisions that align with your true values and passions. It's easy to live according to what others think is right for you, but doing so keeps you disconnected from your authentic path. When you choose yourself, you make choices that bring you joy, growth, and fulfillment. You learn to trust your intuition instead of doubting it. Whether it's choosing a career that inspires you, walking away from toxic relationships, or dedicating time to self-improvement, every decision becomes a reflection of self-love. Choosing yourself isn't about arrogance. It's about being honest with yourself and brave enough to follow what feels right in your heart. Finally, choosing yourself every day means showing up for yourself even when life gets tough. There will be days when you feel lost, unmotivated, or unsure, but that's when the act of choosing yourself becomes most important. It means giving yourself grace, forgiving your mistakes, and continuing to move forward no matter what. You become your own source of strength and encouragement. Each time you choose yourself, you reinforce your confidence and deepen your connection with who you are. It's a daily practice that transforms your mindset, fuels your growth, and reminds you that you are the author of your own story. One decision, one moment, and one act of self-love at a time. In the end, thinking about yourself always is not an act of selfishness. It is a declaration of self-worth. Life becomes more meaningful when you learn to nurture your own heart, respect your limits, and believe in your potential. When you choose yourself, you cultivate strength, peace, and clarity that no external force can take away. The journey towards self-awareness and self-love is lifelong, but every step you take brings you closer to the life you truly deserve. Remember, you are your greatest investment. Honor yourself, protect your energy, and never apologize for putting your happiness first.